What's happening, kinfolk? Welcome back to the channel. Knuckles TV. Knuckles coming at you, man. Today is going to be a really cool day. As you can tell, your boy here in Knuckles' garage has got his work uniform on because we about to do some work, eh? Hell yeah. The brother-in-law, man, is here today because what we are doing is we are going to be changing out these old, well, I guess not old, they're just cheap, shitty front stock suspension on both the Road Glide and the Street Glide, and we're going to be putting on the Suspension Technologies front cartridges for the front suspension on these bikes, man. So we're super excited about doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. We're gonna take y'all along with us. Again, as we always say,
we are not professionals.
We are not professionals. So we're gonna show you what we do to get these in there, man. First time doing front suspension for me. For you?
Yeah.
First time too. So we're gonna learn together, man, see how it goes. Hopefully this shit don't fall apart at the end of the day. So we'll be back in a minute, man. Let's get to it. See. Alright.
Right?
Yeah, so first thing we're gonna start doing, y'all, is we're gonna go ahead and start taking all this stuff apart, right? So we're gonna have to remove the front fender, we're gonna remove your caliper, and then we'll remove the tire, and then we'll get all that stuff out of the way, and then we'll get started on removing the actual fork itself. So with this, let's show them the kit right here, Gabriel. Let's show them what comes in this kit. So with the suspension technology kit, we've got the HF 14 FCS. It's a 14 and up standard, right? So they've got standard, and they've also got you can go, I want to say 13 inch as well, so a +1, which is what we have in the rear. So we've got the suspension technologies in the rear already, the +1, so we got 13 inch back there. On the fronts though, we are running the standard height. So they do recommend if you do go to the +1, then you need to do longer 4 tubes as well, right? So it gives it the ability to give that travel that it needs. So we just got the standard, but this thing comes in a whole cartridge already, man. It's just replacing the cartridge is all it is. So we're gonna take all the guts out of the old one and replace it with this fancy shit. Check this out. Woo-wee! This thing here, man, look at this. So you got the spring and everything's already in there. You got your spacer and stuff up there. They actually mill in that cap. So in the stock suspension at the bottom here, you're gonna have a little cap that's supposed to go in first. Well, this is already milled into it, so you don't even have to worry about that either, man. And it's already pre-adjusted, ready to go. We're stoked about that. It comes with your instructions. You've also got the top spring, or is that the top spring or bottom spring? I think that's the bottom spring. And then, yeah, and then it comes with your oil as well. So already pre-measured. One little bottle per fork. You've got spring. Oh no, that is a new cap. That's the bottom cap there. So that's gonna go at the bottom on here, and then the spring will go in here at the bottom as well. So we'll get all that put in. Of course, you got to get new seals. We got new bushings as well. It is recommended to change the bushings also, so we did that. So we just got the whole rebuild kit, man. So we got that stuff that we're gonna use on here, because anytime you take your forks apart, you always want to change the seals out, put new seals back into it. Made in the USA, baby. So if you don't know the story behind this suspension, and sorry about the noise, but it's hot as shit. We got the fans running. But if you don't know about this suspension story, man, let me tell you a little bit about what happened. We actually got this suspension, both the brother-in-law and I, sent to us from an unknown person, right? We don't know who sent it to us. We don't know who bought it. We do know it came from Ride H2 Performance, which is a authorized dealer for the suspension technologies. Hell's on 2 wheels. They own that. And so it got shipped from there here to the house, and we had no idea it was coming. Don't know who sent it, nothing, man. So we were super stoked. We're so blessed, man, to be able to run this suspension as well, because we've been wanting suspension for a while, huh? And
since we got that on the bike.
yeah, since we got them. Yeah. So yeah, man. So again, if you're watching this, we appreciate you. We don't know who it is, but thank you so much, man. We can't say it enough, so we really appreciate it, though. So we're super stoked to get these in there. We can already tell a big difference just in the rear ones, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we probably had them on maybe 3 weeks already. Yeah, man, you can tell a big difference in them. So we'll do a complete review on them after we get these in, probably after the Lone Star Rally, because we're gonna try to go on Sunday. I'm not 100% sure if we're gonna be able to make it out there, but we're gonna try to make it out there Sunday. Saturday I won't be able to make it for sure. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started, man. We'll show you how we're gonna take everything apart over here, and then and we'll get to tearing them down and then putting in the new stuff. So let's get at it. Ah! Dave! The fuck is... Holy cow. What size is that one, bro? Quarter inch? Hex. Yeah. We're gonna take the calipers off. I'm gonna go ahead and get you some zip ties too, bro, so we can zip tie it up there. And it's just a 10 millimeter 12 point. Holy shit, hang on, let me get you a breaker bar. God dang. Some bitches are on there. Scratch. There you go. 10 millimeter 12 point socket is what you gotta have. We're gonna use the impact to take it off the rest of the way. That's all I did there. Pass it through the bolt hole, looped it around, and then that way you hang it. Some people use Crown Royal bags. We don't have Crown Royal bags. If we could use natural light cans, we'd use that. But we got that hung up. We're gonna go ahead and take the wheel off. So the wheel, 15/16 is your bolt. Oh, bro, yours was loose. Oh, we already broke it loose. 15/16, and then you're going to have your wheel speed sensor here, and then on the other side, you've got another spacer right there. So whenever you go back with your spacers, you always got to make sure these lines are facing towards the outside. So don't get it backward. First, we got to also undo that pinch bolt. That way you can pull the axle, actually pull it completely out. So we'll do that. And that was, so 6 millimeter heck. All right, we'll be back. Pinch bolt is out. Axle nut is off. You got your washer. Get a little bump, little bumpy bump. There she goes. All right. I got it. Now what we're gonna have to do is take this cover off. We can see the two pinch bolts down here for the forks, and then there's one more up here that we're gonna have to get to. So what we're gonna do is take this cover off. We might have to take the ignition switch off real quick to be able to slide this out. I'm not 100% sure just yet, but we're gonna pop these two bolts out, and then we'll try to pull this out, and we'll see what we gotta do for that. There you go. And then that way it'll make it easier to pop this off. All right, and then these were T25s, I believe. All right, so we're gonna take this, the top one, you think, or the whole thing?
Let's pull the top one out first
and see what it does.
See what it does.
Oh yeah. Yep, it popped it off. So you just loosen, you probably could just loosen it, but take it off and then this will slide out from behind it. You can get it from the underside when you got it turned like that. There you go. So there's two plugs on there.
They're just dummies.
Dummy plugs.
Yeah, that's for
auxiliary switches.
Auxiliary switches. 4 people option.
Oh.
this is the 4 people option.
Yeah, right.
I can't afford the rest.
Can't afford the rest of it. Hell yeah. So now we're able to get to that top pinch bolt there at the top of the fork, the bottom two at the bottom or at the middle there. So what we need to do now, Gabriel, is figure out, my concern was getting the forks lined back up once we put them back in, right? I don't know if maybe we could just measure it. They say there's some kind of bevel right here, and it's supposed to go in the middle of the bevel, so I'm not 100% sure.
We can measure it with a cardboard. Just make a line.
Just make a line on it?
Make a line on the cardboard.
Okay.
I'm going to use it like a ruler.
All right, cool. And then also, a buddy of mine also told me though, what we could do as well is just take one leg off first, redo it, and then once we do it, put your axle back through, and then that way it kind of gets it right in about the same area, because this one's gonna be at the same height, at the right height, right? So we might be able to do it like that too, just to double check, and that way we can see exactly how that goes. So let's see if we can figure out how to measure this real quick, and then we'll let you know, and then we'll get back to it. All right, so all Gabriel did is just drew a little line on this piece of cardboard. So once we get it up in there, just kind of line it up, kind of get it back in the same area. Just kind of give us another way to double check, make sure we got it in the right position. So now we'll loosen the top one, and then we'll loosen one of the bottom ones, and then I'll hold the fork and you can loosen the other one, and then the joker will slide right out. But let me find the right Allen, because that 6 fits, but it's kind of loose. So I want to see if there's something tighter going there.
I think we use we can go by the rust marks, put it back on the same spot.
Well, let's hopefully we clean them good enough to where you won't see that shit. All right, so first one's out. We just throw the whole thing away and start all over. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to draining this. So let me get my oil pan, drain all this Earl before we start taking her apart. Be right back. All right, Kim folks, so now what you're gonna need is a 12 millimeter. I got the fucking extra long, which now I realize I didn't need it that long, that long, but it's a 12 millimeter heck. We're gonna take out this drain bolt down here at the bottom, and we're gonna use the 1/2 inch impact, and then we're gonna end up draining that shit out. Okay, here, now spin her out, bro. Woo! Woo, look how dirty that shit is. There you go. Damn, bro, look how nasty that shit. And how many miles you got, bro? 15? 15,000, and mine's got 30,000, dude. Can you imagine what that shit's gonna look like? Holy cow. In the rebuild kit, it comes with this bolt, new, along with a copper washer that did not come out. So the main thing you want to look for is you always want to make sure that that copper washer comes out of there. So since it didn't come out, whenever we get ready, we're gonna have to pop that joker out of there. So we'll have to get a pick and just pick it out. So he's gonna continue to go ahead and pump that a little bit, Gabriel. Let that drain a little bit. There you go, Bato.
I have to pick it up.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna get this finished draining out, and then we're actually gonna put that bolt back in there, some threads, and then we're gonna end up taking that top cap off, and then that'll allow us to start taking everything apart. Okay, folks, so we've got that Allen bolt pushed back up in there, hand threaded back down. This top cap, we're gonna pop the top cap off. You need a 3/4 inch hex socket. Got that shit off of Amazon, along with that extra long socket, 12mm there. This is under pressure, so whenever you go to take this off, Gabriel's gonna just lean over the top of it with his body. That way, whenever he goes to pop it off of there, it won't shoot out of there, right? Here, hold it with this too, bro. So that way you can kind of hold the cap and everything together. All right, easy. Hopefully we don't get hit. There you go.
Yeah, it's
under pressure, right?
Oh yeah.
If you would have not held on to that, some bitch would have flew up, huh?
Yeah.
So whenever y'all do that, be careful. So this is your spacer. That's gonna be a washer. That we won't need, I don't believe either. Then you got your spring. There you go. All right, so now what we can do is we'll flip it back over in here, Gabriel, and then we'll take that bottom bolt out, and that's gonna release all the rest of this stuff that's in there. Because right now that bolt's holding everything else that's in the bottom there. Bam. Flip her over. So then that's that dampening rod, isn't that what it's called? That, and then there should be another cap in there.
Take the whole thing out. Oh no, we need to remove it.
Oh, remove it and it's underneath there?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we gotta take the seal out, right? So we're gonna take that clip, a little C-clip, just take a screwdriver, we'll pop that out of there, and then we should be able to pull it apart, and that shit should come apart. All right.
Good thing for videos.
Good thing. Yeah.
I don't have a good memory.
Me either, man. Shit. All right, so let me get a screwdriver for him, and then we'll pop that out real quick. Yeah, and this clip you will be reusing, so make sure you don't mess it up whenever you're taking it out.
Be gentle.
Yeah, be gentle with her. And then we'll just slide that up, and then that's your seal there. So now you're just gonna rip her apart, bud. Gotta do it with some force, so it's not gonna. Yeah, because we don't have the whole, there you go. We don't have the whole clamp or nothing like that for your vise. So they do make a vise to where you can put these forks into.
Look at that bearing. Is that the bearing?
Yeah, that's the bushings. So that's the bushings we're gonna replace also. We got that bushing and that bushing as well in the kit. So they're supposed to be copper. So they're supposed to look like this, copper-wise, right? So on Gabriel's, the top part of that one's already rubbed off. Right? Yep. And then the bottom one, I mean, it's rubbing through too.
You can see a little bit of gold.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why they say replace these bushings, and of course you got to replace the seal, because once you take it off, you're gonna tear it up anyhow. Okay. So right here, so we got the bushing, bottom bushing, top bushing, your spacer, and then your seal.
Yeah. This one didn't have a.
It didn't have a cap. It should have a cap, bro. There it is. Yeah. So that was down in the lower.
The bottom.
Yeah. What we'll do here is we'll take a screwdriver and kind of pry it open a little bit to where it'll pop over, and then you'll be able to take that off, and then this one will slide off also. Oh, there you go. He just did it with his fingernails.
Yeah, it's not that.
Oh yeah, man. And see, you only got 15,000 miles. Just imagine what mine's gonna look like at 30, bro. So I'm glad we got the rebuild kit instead of just the seals. Cause we almost got just the seals, right?
Right.
And that bolt with the copper. Oh, matter of fact, we gotta pull that copper washer out of there too.
Yeah.
Cause if y'all look here,
it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it right there. It's still stuck in there. So we got to we're gonna have to pull that out also. We take this off. We're gonna take this off and take that washer off as well.
The washer?
Yeah, take that one off that way. Righto. All right, so now we're gonna get that out of there, and then we'll start putting everything back, and I'll show you how we're putting it back on there after we get it all cleaned out. You wanna get it cleaned out, we're gonna spray some brake clean in there, spray some brake clean in here, wipe it all down, get it nice and clean so it's a nice fresh start for those badass cartridges. Woo! Let's get it! Show you why you wanna clean this stuff out. Let's see. Look inside there. Look at that grime, man. So that's why you want to clean everything out before you go back all together with it. Bro, that's dirty, bro. Dirty. Them legs be dirty. Alright, let's get it. So once you get it nice and clean, like Gabriel did, that's what she's supposed to look like. So he wiped all that shit out of there. Now it looks purty. Nice and purty. Alright. We're almost ready to start going back together with it. So, Suspension Technologies, man, sends you great instructions. Lifetime warranty, this product has, man. And again, made all in the USA, man. It's freaking amazing. They give you step-by-step how to remove stock suspension and then installing the Suspension Technologies fork cartridges, man. They show you step-by-step as well. So, it's gonna have the dampening tube already on the top cap on the cartridge. You got your spring, of course, and then the top out spring at the bottom along with the rod end cap. Everything's already all there. And then again, it finishes out with showing you how to finish installing everything in, man. So great instructions. Like I said, they gave you detailed stuff. So now it's time to go ahead and go back with everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the bushings, and then we'll start installing that cap, and then we'll put these tubes back together. So that one will be your bottom, that one will be the top. So you're gonna go with the one that goes on top first. There you go.
You can even go from the top.
Oh yeah, could have, huh?
Yeah. So mainly it's just.
But this one you gotta go from the bottom though, right? Just so it slides so around it.
You won't scratch
it. Okay. There you go. Nice.
So this one.
Top one. Alright, so that's gotta go a certain way, right?
Well, it's kind of smooth, rounded up here, and really flat on this side.
I'm assuming, I would think the flat part would go down, no? Yeah, I would think it would go like that.
And that's how it's going.
Now we gotta drop that cap in the bottom. Here, I'll hold this for you.
So this one does have a shoulder.
Yeah, so that one's gonna have a shoulder, and then you gotta remember that the end of the cartridge is gonna drop into here, right?
Right.
So whenever we drop this in there, in the bottom here, that's gotta sit just like that.
So it has a shoulder there, see that shoulder?
That it drops down to, yeah.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah. So we might have to get like a screwdriver or that long rod that you had and get it right in the center of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once you get that,
because it's not gonna go through.
right.
Unless you put it here and put it upside down. Like this.
You got the, yeah. Okay.
Okay, now we
see it?
Double, yeah.
And then we gotta put the cartridge and shit in first. Once you get that in there, then we're gonna grab one of these cartridges.
See, this one goes at the bottom?
Yeah, so that's gonna go here. Slide that onto here. I don't think it matters which way it goes either, right?
Okay, that's down, right? That's
right.
Yeah.
And then, okay, the cap's already in there. So now you're gonna hold that at an angle, and I'm gonna slide this in, bro.
Oh, we didn't see it?
Yeah, we'll put the seal on after we get this in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The seal we'll do last. Now you should be able to we'll tighten that bottom bolt. So if you do get these rebuild kits, man, just remember there's some stuff in here you're not going to use. Just kind of hold down on the top, hold down on that. Are you pushing it? Yeah, that's all the way in there. We'll figure out if there's a torque. I got all the torque specs in my phone. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I got this little kit from Amazon also, man, little seal driver. I don't know how good it's gonna do. Already went down, right? Yeah. And then there's a groove that the seal's gotta sit down past because that's what your clip goes into.
least of the automotive world, all the seals they have like a metal rubber band.
Yeah. Spring or
like
something.
A spring, yeah, and it holds the inside of the seal tighter. So if you're trying to stop fluid pressure from going out, you always gotta have the opening towards the bottom, because the pressure is gonna get behind here. It's gonna push the seal even tighter.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. All right. So, and then also, this has some stamping at the top too. So that's always gonna go. You're gonna want that towards the top on here as well. Let's put some Earl on that shit. It's gonna fucking go over it.
You're not gonna go over it. That's why I wanted to put 4 of these.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Take it.
We're learning. We're learning. We could at least slid it on first, yeah. Right? Gotcha. Alright, no big deal. No big deal. At least we ain't got the Earl in there yet.
Right. Just so it'll slide a little bit. We don't want it on the outside.
There you go.
It's good when you have nails.
Yep. Alright, so now we're gonna.
We can drive it now. It doesn't really matter.
You gonna go ahead and drive it?
Yeah, let's drive it.
Pour it down in there. So once you get maybe about half the bottle, then we'll go ahead and pump it up and down and get those air bubbles out of there. Alright, so we got the oil in there, we bled it, pump that thing up and down. Now I'm gonna have Gabriel tighten this thing, the top cap, so I'm gonna push up, you push down, and then just start, I'll try to twist it a little bit. Alright, I'll get it. Put it down on it. Put it down. Go ahead. Alright. Beautiful. Let me get these torque specs, and we're gonna torque probably not till we get it up. No. Let's see if we can do it here, at least the bottom bolt and then the top cap too. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, Kim folks, we don't have a vise for forks, right? And my vise over there, we tried a little bit, but we didn't want to keep clamping on it. So what we did is a good way to be able to torque these down is just take it, stick it back up into the clamps, but only go to the bottom one and go halfway. Like we brought the top cap to here, and then we just torqued it from there. Tighten these down, torque it from there, and then you'll be able to torque the top and the bottom one. The top one was 30 to 37 foot-pounds for the bottom bolt, and the top cap is 22 to 59 foot-pounds. We went 50 on the top and 37 on the bottom. So that's one way to do it, so you ain't gotta worry about having a clamp. Pretty good, huh? Worked out. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and loosen that back up, drive it back up in there, and tighten everything back down. All right, Kim folks, so what we ended up doing is, because these top caps ain't the same, our measurement didn't fucking line up right? So, but, because this cap is so much thicker than the original one, but we were able to basically see where it was last time, and then we went ahead and dropped the axle in, right? And then we just lined it up to where the axle would slide in smoothly. So, and it was basically where it was where Gabriel had it to begin with, right? So it worked out good. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is torque down these pinch bolts. You're gonna wanna torque them down to 20 foot-pounds. And what you're gonna do is, once you torque the top one, then you dump down to the bottom ones, torque those, and then come back to the top, torque it again, go to the bottom, torque again. You're gonna wanna do it about 3 times, man, because when you start tightening them down, the other ones will start loosening up. All right. There's one. And I've got these rounded Allens, man, and my suggestion is don't get those. They fucking suck, man. I don't like them at all. That's done. Now, we're gonna do the second one. Finally. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on that one. We'll pull it all apart. We'll show you what it looks like once we get it apart, because it's gonna be the same process, right? And then we'll show you dropping the new stuff back in, and then we'll get it all back together, man. So let's get it. We got it took apart. We noticed
It's kind of hard.
It's kind of hard to see with this camera, but there's some wear, some scratching right in that area there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but hopefully it doesn't affect anything. So we're just gonna put it all back together, man. See how it goes. Kim folk, we got her all back together. I didn't record it because it's just the reverse process of what we did earlier, right? So got everything torqued down. Let me go over the torque specs with you. Fender bolts were 16 to 20 foot-pounds, caliper bolts 28 to 38 foot-pounds, axle nut 70 to 75, axle pinch bolt 18 to 22. We didn't torque down the other little bezels and shit like that. So, and then also you got a bottom bolt of the fork is 30 to 37 foot-pounds, and top cap was 22 through 59 foot-pounds. And then the fork tube pinch bolts were 20 foot-pounds, right? And that's the one where you did up top, did at the bottom, did up top, bottom out, about minimum of 3 different times. So, because they loosen up every time you keep tightening them up. So, bro, what'd you think of the whole process?
Oh, the first one was a pain in the ass. It went easy.
Yeah, second one wasn't too bad. Yeah. Now we did have an issue, man. I don't know what the issue was, but the forks did not line up as far as putting them back in where they were before, right?
Right.
So what we did is we ended up just getting them aligned to where that axle slid in easy, because where it was supposed to be, the axle you couldn't even get in there, right?
The axle bolt.
Yeah, so Gabriel adjusted them to where he felt comfortable with them, and so now that's where we left it. So as far as putting them back up, man, some reason it didn't go like it was before. Yeah, we should have showed you, but it's not much off though, right?
Oh, it's very minimal.
Yeah, it's just, it wasn't where we thought it was supposed to be, but either way, we got it on there. Everything's tightened back down. So now we're gonna go ahead and drop it down and let Gabriel take her for a little ride down the road, see what she does. So we'll be back in just a minute. Show y'all something real quick. So you know in your stock Harley, I'll show you mine because mine are still stock, but Gabriel's got the front brake press and he's gonna show you the dive on it, right? That rebound is quick, dude. Like, it comes back up quick. Pretty solid.
It moves, but
not like this one.
I like that one.
Yeah. Well, let me show you this one. So just standing here, I mean, look at that. You can dive it just like that. You know what I'm saying? That one you can't do too.
Do mine. You do mine.
Bro, there's no dive like that one. That is solid shit. Good God. All right, we're gonna let him take it for a real quick spin, and then we'll get back with you in a minute. Did it move good? Hell yeah. Does it feel any different? Yeah?
It's day and night difference.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. Feel more solid.
Does it?
Yeah, it's not wobbly no more.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get it out on the highway, man, see what she runs like there. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I hit a big pothole over there and it just went.
No shit.
So, because the rebound is
yeah, so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. And you ain't bottoming out on these things. Hell yeah, man.
When I used to come to stop and I press the brakes,
yeah,
it used to go, whoa.
Yeah. Yep. No
more.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. Well, shit, I can't wait to get mine on. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll meet you back in the garage. So the only thing that's gonna be different on mine, man, is just taking this piece off. I gotta take this piece off, and then we're also gonna have to take, I think, yeah, the bezel itself. Yeah, we'll have to remove this whole thing. So we're gonna go ahead and get that, and then everything else is gonna be the same on here. So what we're gonna do, man, is we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, because that's it. Install of the Suspension Technologies front cartridges for 2020 Street Glide and a 2019 Road Glide, man. Again, thank y'all so much. Gabriel's already grinning ear to ear with that bad boy, so I can't wait to get mine on. We're gonna do that, man, and if you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments below. Get with Ride H2 Performance if you want to get you a set of these things, man, front, rear, or both. And if you have any questions, you can contact them as well, or contact Suspension Technologies, man. They're always there to help you out. So I appreciate it. Their link, everybody's link will be down below. And so go give them a follow and Instagram and on YouTube as well. And let them know Knuckles and Gabriel sent you. So till next time, much love, much respect. Knuckles out. See ya.